Weatherman here with the news. Sunday. Beautiful day. Great day to be alive, right, Mike?
Oh, it most certainly is. It actually started off raining this morning.
Yeah, what was up with that? It said sunny all day, and then I drive and it's like raining everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like I woke up, I thought it was supposed to be nice all weekend. She's like, oh yeah, rain a little bit. It's like, all right, well stop though, right?
Rain's good. I like rain.
And we didn't have any London games this
No bye weeks,
weekend.
no London games. Yeah, America. That's what's up. Did you watch the Thursday game?
I actually didn't get a chance to. I was working that day, which started off a little confusion when I first saw the weekend sheet for the Bucks and the Buffalo Bills. I was like, oh yeah, I think the Bills will get this.
Yeah, well, the Bills won. It was a good game. Mark him as a win. That's a W. Allen had a good game. He threw a pick, but other than that, I mean, I think he's getting them.
And yeah, Diggs had a good one too. He got me about 17 points.
But you were playing against Allen and the defense. So,
Alvin Kamara as well.
So you have, they both had good games. No. Oh, you mean in another league you were playing against Kamara?
Yeah, I was playing against him. So.
Yeah.
Tampa. Everyone had a decent game on that one too. Godwin, he hit double digits. Rashad White, he put up a good week too, almost 20 points, depending on which league you're in. I didn't check on Mike Evans, so. But that's a good start off for fantasy managers. Our first game of the week. We didn't do the whole 1 o'clock games and 4 o'clock games separation this week. That's the one thing we didn't do.
What do you mean?
Well, remember, we had it down to where it was the ones and then the even games.
Yeah.
On the last one. So yeah, it's gonna be Steelers.
No, in order it goes left to right and then down.
Oh, so it'll be. This is the earlier games, and then that'll be.
No. You see, it goes from left to right, from top. So the first game would be Jets Giants. Then the next game will be Jags Steelers, and then the next game will be Philly Washington.
I got you.
Yeah.
So it's.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you. Okay.
And then obviously the first games are the 1 o'clock games, and then the 4, and then I think that Chicago Chargers is tonight's game.
Oh, they didn't switch that up?
What do you mean switch it up?
Sometimes they'll move certain games around to be the Sunday night game.
You know, like a more entertaining game?
Yeah, one that they know people's gonna watch.
Yeah, that tonight game.
Thursday doesn't get that much.
Bears Chargers is tonight. And then the Monday game is the Raiders Lions. That's the last 2 games we have on that list. Yeah.
That one is actually gonna be nice to watch. But I don't know if is Garoppolo back? Because I know he
Jimmy
was
G. Yeah, I know he was out.
He was in concussion protocol.
Yeah.
He should be back. Let's look him up.
You look that up. So we'll start with because the Bills won. It was a good W. So we got Giants and Jets. So New York.
Man.
Not playing in New York, right? No, I think they're at MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, they actually share stadiums.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
they're both home field.
They still do that. Must be a pain in the ass for the workers there, but hey, it's job security. Neither team is really doing much this year.
Daniel Jones is still out?
Yes. I do believe he's gonna be missing a couple weeks. And we got Zach still as the quarterback for the Jets right now. Aaron Rodgers is still out for the season, but they're saying there's a possibility he could make it back if they made it to the playoffs.
If they made it, yeah. And we've all heard this from Aaron Rodgers before, even with the Packers.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, for all we know, that dark space that Aaron Rodgers goes to just to kind of get silence and come back out, we don't know what it does for him. It could have some magical powers, and he comes back and balls out.
He does like those haters.
Yeah,
he feeds off them.
I'm gonna have to go with the Jets on this one. I mean, Brees Hall and that defense. That's really all I can say right now. Is just Brees Hall and that defense.
We have Brees Hall to score a touchdown and a couple parlays. So
the Giants. They got Tyrod Taylor, who is been playing better than Daniel Jones.
I forgot they did.
So he actually has breathed a little life into them. I watched part of their game last week. But they just have average receivers. Like, no one's really doing anything to really move the ball. I mean, they still have Sterling Shepard. They still have Darius Slayton. Wan'Dale Robinson. It's just that offensive line is just not clicking. Barkley, he's still there.
Is he questionable or?
No, he's playing too.
So he's good to go.
Yeah, it comes down to the quarterback play and that offensive line. And they really need to do some work there in that defense as well. But,
yeah, there were like trade rumors about Barkley, and then Barkley was like, "What the heck are you guys talking about?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I love it." He's like, "I love it here on the Giants. Like, they treat me well. I like the team." He's like, "I think we got a possibility," which I think is just wishful thinking. But I mean, it's good that he's just like.
Yeah, well, right now he is the guy that's actually living out and fulfilling his contract.
Yeah, so I'll probably start him, but I'm playing against him in another league. So yeah,
that always sucks, doesn't it?
It does.
Like, you want him to do good, but you also don't want him to blow up.
I don't know. I think both teams can win though. So who are you picking?
I gotta go with the Jets.
Jets. I was thinking Jets too. All right,
Yeah.
We'll go with Jets to win it. All right. All right, you got another picking. The next game will be Jacksonville and Pittsburgh.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go with Jags on this one. I'm just a fan of the Jags this year. I love Doug Peterson, the head coach, and Trevor Lawrence. He's gonna get his second year in that system. They still have Zay Jones out, but they have all of their other starters, so I think they'll get the win.
Kirk, right? Is Kirk on their team?
You talking Christian Kirk?
Yeah.
No, he's not. I have
bad.
Zay Jones, and I have their tight end Evan Ingram,
Ingram,
who is one of the top 5 tight ends in fantasy and actually real life right now as well. Now obviously the top 2 is gonna be Kels and Kittle, and it just kind of falls in line after that. So, but yeah, I might go with the Jags on this one. There's really not many injuries in this game either. You pretty much have all of your stars playing. I know Deontay Johnson just came back from injuries. I think you had him on your team.
Yeah, he had a slow start, but he had some good plays.
Yeah. Like I said last week, the running back that I really like to watch on the Steelers is not Harris anymore. It is Jaylen Warren. I mentioned last week, and if he is somehow available still on your waiver wire, you better go pick him up. He shouldn't be there because he's getting points every week. He's eventually going to steal and become the number 1 running back. As for the wide receivers, I think they're still trying to figure that one out, but it is going to wind up being Deontay Johnson. I would really like to see George Pickens really shine this year as his second year in the league. Because he's got a ton of potential as well.
It's funny you said it because Pickens and Deontay both got penalties last week against the Rams, and they were fine money. I don't know how many, but Pickens received fines for taunting, and it said it was $8,525 for each call. So I don't know how many times he got called on that.
That's like him just giving up $50.
Right, and Deontay was also fined for unsportsmanlike conduct. His fine was $10,927. So I didn't get to see that game, so I don't know what the heck happened.
Yeah, that one didn't play on TV, so we didn't see that one. We just saw the stats. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Jags on this one.
Jags?
I'm rooting for them this year.
I could go either way, so we'll go with Jags.
Next
A
up,
rivalry.
Philadelphia
Divisional.
and the Commanders. Yeah, long time rivalry. One team's doing really good right now. The other one is kind of staying up and floating, but they're not really doing anything. They're about to sink. I want to say the Eagles on this one. I think it can be a defensive game, but if the Commanders let it go early, the Eagles are just going to run away with it.
And Julio Jones would be back out there.
Yes, Julio Jones did sign with the Eagles. They didn't need that signing. I think it was more of a mentor. You know, he'll be a great mentor for wide receivers. But that offense is really kicking, and you know the Commanders are still having a little bit of struggles. Their offensive line isn't holding up, but their defense is they're still there. If they can hold up and actually play a game, they have a chance. So, but this is a rivalry game, so it could go either way. But I want to say the Eagles this week. I'm just not feeling it with the Skins. I'll drop that one in there.
The only thing going on with the Commanders, I'm going Philly too, is there's trade rumors again for a guy named Chase Young.
Chase Young.
He says the Bears are looking at him, but these are just rumors.
Chase Young.
He's defense.
Yes. He's a really good player. He's been nagged with a couple injuries the past couple years, but when he is on the field, he's a guy you've got to count for on a defense, and he makes a difference every game. He will draw penalties too. But if I was the Commanders, I would not trade him. He's the heart of that defense, especially that defensive line.
All right. Well, yeah. So then we're all in an agreement, Philly. LA Cowboys.
Two teams that are kind of stuck in
LA
their own
Rams.
way, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of stuck in their own way right now. I'm gonna go with Dallas on this one. I just don't trust that offense with the Rams. And yes, they got Cooper Kupp back. But Dallas still has their defense, okay? And I think Micah Parsons, he's back too.
All right.
And I think they're still missing a safety though, who was out. But other than that, I think they're still going to do damage. Is Pollard back?
Tony Pollard?
Yeah.
He's projected to do very well.
Yeah. You starting this week?
I think I have to in one league. It's funny going through that one. It was just like injury, out, doubtful, IR, injury.
Yeah,
I was just like, oh my god.
That's a painful thing. I've only had to look at that a couple times on my fantasy team this year. It's always a scary sight. I'm just really not confident with the Rams this year. They're still trying to figure out their way. I think Dallas is going to bounce back with this and get this win.
It's going to be a tough one. I mean, if they can utilize Tony Pollard, and if Dak can focus more on getting the ball out to his teammates, and obviously his quarterback vision needs to be a little bit more work, I would say, because he doesn't really. He makes some errors, some mistakes that were probably unnecessary.
Right, and that was one of the things that kind of blew my mind was when they actually let Kellen Moore go, their offensive coordinator for the past 3 or 4 years, and Mike McCarthy was actually upset that they weren't running the ball more.
Oh yeah.
And that they're throwing it more.
McCarthy's never had a good running game.
And not taking time off the clock. And I was like, but you want to be able to throw down the field. You want to be able to make those plays.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, you want to have a good running game, but you've had a good running game.
Exactly.
You've had one of the best offensive lines the past 5 years.
Did nothing with it.
But Okay, let one of your best offensive coordinators go. But
well, it's funny you said it too, because the Bills game, Aaron was saying that they got rid of their was it defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator? I think it was defensive coordinator. And you can tell their defense is slacking, man. They're making big plays go through.
Well, the thing is their head coach is still a defensive mastermind.
Yeah, but now you have a head coach.
At the end of the day, you're still gonna get his last put in.
But now you have a head coach doing also two jobs now,
which is hard.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, and what you gotta realize is some of these head coaches are still doing that.
Well, he claims it's to save money. It's just like, bro, like, how many people just get a high school defensive coordinator,
right. Well,
somebody.
Well, some just don't want to trust those reins, and for the key pieces on that, Sean McVay, who is the offensive coordinator, mastermind.
He's the head coach, though.
Yeah, but remember, he had to hire a guy just to keep him off the sideline of going onto the field so that he wouldn't get in the way. Like, he had a guy following him just to pull him back.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. He gets so into the game.
Yeah, I love that. But yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of extra work, because you got to not only be the head coach, but you're also calling the plays, and you got to dissect that too. But yeah, he is one of the coaches. Just watch him during any game, and you're gonna see his eyes strictly down on his card or on his little tablet calling his plays.
So you're going Cowboys still?
I'm going Cowboys.
All right, you're going Cowboys. I just can't bet on the Cowboys anymore. I just can't do it.
All right, next up is
another rivalry.
Vikings Packers.
Packers. Yeah, Kurt. Well, I feel like Cousins just played the other day, but
right.
But he had a blowout game last week.
I was actually expecting him to have a slow start, as he usually would, against the 49ers. It was one of the number one defense in my mind this year, but one of the top defenses, and he actually blew up for over 300 yards and got what he would normally do. So yeah, obviously, this is a different Packers team. I think the Vikings have the edge in this. I want to go out with the Vikings. I just don't trust the Packers this year. It's not A-Rod. It's just not the same.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Vikings, which is crazy because, most of my football life I've always bet on the Packers to always beat Minnesota. I'm like, yeah, not a problem. But yeah, now I can't even fathom.
What's your take on Jordan Love taking over the reins?
He had some good games, but I mean, he's young. I wish that he had a quarterback he could learn under.
Right, and he did for 3 years. It just Rodgers pulled the whole.
How much do you think Rodgers was?
You're just gonna carry my jock strap the entire time.
Exactly. Yeah. So. He was pulling a Brett Favre. Yeah. And it's just like, yeah, sure, you're my backup. Don't worry. Yeah, exactly. They just get stuck in their own way, and that's when you have these high value dollar quarterbacks, that money's gonna anybody. Yeah. If you had like millions of dollars in your bank account, that money would go to your head,
Well, for good reason. Aaron Rodgers just has that swag with him, and he knows who he is. So.
Which brings us to the Falcons and the Titans.
I want to go with the Falcons on this one. Ryan Tannehill is still out, who was the starting quarterback for the Titans.
Who are they starting?
I don't even know his name.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna look it up. Keep going over.
But they still have King Henry. They still have Hopkins playing. Everybody else is playing, except for their starting quarterback. And the Falcons, it's really just going to be that ground and pound game and that defense.
So Bijan, because last week, remember, we said Bijan's going to have a great game.
And they gave him nothing.
Well, apparently they got in trouble for, because they didn't, you were supposed to relay your injuries or whatever, report that. He was supposed to be labeled as, not healthy.
Yeah, they do that during the week, and then on the day of the game, they submit, who's going to be active
Right.
and who's going to be inactive.
And there was like some flack because obviously he didn't do well, and then they would contribute to like, oh, he just wasn't 100%. It's like, well, why didn't you tell us he wasn't 100% then? Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, the Titans' offensive line has been terrible this year as well, which is another reason why we haven't really seen much from King Henry. But they've also been kind of lessering his role and kind of letting Spears get some touches, and he's getting some catches as well. Um, I did go against my own game plan though a couple weeks ago. In fantasy football, you never bench your studs.
No, you did that.
Whether
Was it Henry you benched?
yeah, whether they have a bad game or not, you just know that at any time they can turn it on. But I had the ability because I had you know some good players on my fantasy team that I was able to bench him for. But he put up like 21 points on my bench. But thank God the guy that I replaced him with put up 24, so I felt better. Thank you. But yes, don't bench your studs if you don't have to. Only if you have the ability that you had a great draft and you were able to, make up for that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
What about the matchups though? Do you play the matchups also, or are you just like, oh, my starter's healthy, I gotta start it?
And see, that's where I went with that. Was I played a matchup on that because I knew that King Henry was facing Baltimore that week, and we're really stiff against the run, but we just weren't stiff against him in London. It's different over there too.
Yeah, fucking Brits.
it's a different playing field. Yeah. So I had the ability to do that.
Right.
But yeah, the Falcons this week is definitely.
Oh yeah, I'm going Falcons too, and here it is. It says Titans rule out Ryan Tannehill for ankle,
Yep.
and they're starting Levi Willis. Is that his name?
Yeah. See, I don't even know that guy.
Willis.
Levi Willis. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, we're both Falcons, but Henry could have a good game. We'll see. A rivalry. Yeah.
The Patriots and the Dolphins.
The Patriots are on a hot streak with 2 wins in a row.
They are, but they're still
Belichick
questionable.
got his 300th win.
Did he?
Well, I think I don't know if it's with the Patriots or with like his whole career.
That's his whole career.
Well, hasn't he? Who else did he coach for?
He also coached for the Browns.
Oh,
Back in I believe it was from 94 to 96, or it was 93 to 96. That was right after he came from the Giants as a defensive coordinator. He actually got 2 rings as a defensive coordinator because they had this certain player. I don't know if you remember him, but he was a big linebacker. Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was the original LT. Yeah.
You just couldn't.
That
stop
dude was
him.
huge. Yeah.
You had a game plan just for Lawrence Taylor. He's the guy that took out Theismann.
Oh yeah, I hate betting on divisional games like this.
Yeah, me too. This one can really go either way.
But I'm not trusting Mac Jones, so I'm definitely going.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna roll with the Dolphins this week.
Oh, you're going to. All right.
But for those that are stuck in a bind, normally I would roll with the Patriots defense every week, and I didn't even think twice. Doesn't even matter who they're playing. But when you're playing against a team like the Dolphins that can go off at any time, if you're able to bench the Patriots defense, I mean, you're playing a team that has Waddle on one side and Tyreek Hill on the other side, the fastest receiver in the NFL. And the other one has hands and is just as fast. You got Mostert in the backfield. That offensive line's kicking. That defense is new and up and coming. They're a bunch of young players, and they play for their head coach. So I think this is going to be a big test for the Patriots because the last time they played the Dolphins, they got their ass kicked. So, but Belichick always has a game plan, and he's a great defensive line, and he knows how to do matchups.
Yeah, he tends to be a way better coach when it comes to his division.
Which is why whenever it seems that the Patriots are having like a bad start off, or they start losing games, everyone looks at Belichick and it's like, hey, I guess he doesn't have it anymore. You know, he's not a great coach without Brady, yada yada. No, those two just worked well together. I mean, it was basically, you had your your big star general and his number one guy just to go to just to get things done. And they will both sit back and go over game plans together. He doesn't have that with Mac Jones or their backup Zap. And also he doesn't have the same offensive coordinator because he went to the Raiders. So now he's having to use somebody else as his offensive coordinator. And we all know that his mastermind is on defensive side of the ball. So I think you're going to see plenty of defense in this one. They're still getting back some people from injuries, but pretty soon that team's going to settle out and they're going to be built for the playoffs if they can make it there. But I just don't think this is the game where the defense shows up. And if they do, it'll be a close one, but I'm still going to go with the Dolphins.
Nice. Real quick, Kendrick Bourne.
Mm.
He got his second touchdown of the season,
I
think,
am
last
a
week.
big fan of Kendrick Bourne. I've been watching him there for 3 to 4 years. I draft him every year on one of my fantasy teams. Might not be all of them, but I draft him on at least one of them. When I saw them get Juju this year, and Devontae Parker, good, decent receivers, but I like Kendrick Bourne. I mean, he was a
He
rookie.
did solid. I didn't start him.
He's got hands.
I started Tutu over him.
Well, it's there are two teams that I have a hard time having players and picking when to start them, and that's when I have Ravens and when I have any Patriots players. Now, the only Patriots player I can put in and feel safe with usually is just their defense. But when it comes to their running back or the quarterback situation or wide receiver, you just don't know what you're going to get. And same with the Ravens. I don't know which one to start there either, except for Lamar or their defense. But they're going to be later on. Let's go ahead and move on to our next game.
Saints Colts.
Saints and
Colts.
the
Derek
Colts.
Carr, I think, is going to have a way better game.
I think he will too. Obviously the Colts, they don't have their starting quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He's out for the year on IR. So they're having to deal with a backup quarterback situation. That defense has stepped up. And like I said last week, Jonathan Taylor is back. And they still have Zach back there as well. And their complementary role.
Zach who?
I always forget his last
Moss?
name. Yeah, Zach Moss.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because, I'm reading the news right now. Yeah, it says it's crazy how I guess we're coming at the end of the trade deadline or something, because there are trade rumors, like, for every team now. It's crazy.
Yeah, but I think they're going to go ahead and stick with them. And you know what? I would. But going forward, I would just use the 1-2 punch because both those running backs can go off.
Solid.
And that's what they have to depend on is that running game. But I think the Saints defense will show up in this one, and so will Derek Carr.
Because I have their defense. Should I start the Saints defense?
I would. Yeah. It's not Anthony Richardson they're playing, so they don't have to account for a mobile quarterback. Extend the chains. You just got to lock him down. It's gonna be a check down game for him. So and the Saints do have a good defense. This is the week to play the Saints defense if you need to play them.
And so you're definitely going Saints?
Oh yeah, I'm going Saints.
All right. Oh boy, the greatest game of the week.
Oh man, we got the Houston Texans and the Carolina Panthers. Wow. We got another rookie. No, we got two rookie quarterbacks in this game. C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. Two up and comers. I actually expected to see Bryce doing a lot better than C.J. Stroud. I thought C.J. Stroud was gonna have struggles early on. No, he's been having a great season, and the only problem is that offensive line, which is showing because I do have Damian, their running back, on my team, and he's just not moving the ball much. And in fact, I think they're going to go into a complimentary role with Devin Singletary. So those out there in fantasy that need another running back.
Whoa, you're saying go with Singletary?
No, I'm saying pick him up.
Why the fuck would you pick him up?
He got carries last week.
Oh, for how much?
Damian wasn't the only thing, and he got more than Damian. So they're going to do a complimentary role.
And what team now?
Houston Texans.
Texans? Okay.
Oh, I've already signed him in the.
I'm sure you.
Yeah, I had to.
Oh.
But no, this team is going to come down to whichever defense can hold, because on the other side of the ball, you kind of have someone who is showing why he is still one of the top receivers, and he used to be your favorite from the Vikings.
Brett Favre?
No. It's a White Claw.
White Claw?
Adam Thielen.
Oh, Thielen, yeah. He was. Yeah, he's definitely looking better.
Anyone that has drafted him on their fantasy team is getting a great payout from him. He has been their number one receiver. He's catching everything.
Who's throwing him?
Bryce Young.
Yeah, that's right. That kid, yeah.
And even when Andy Dalton was throwing to him when Bryce Young got hurt, like, those two really connected too. I do see the Panthers getting this one. I think they will, at the end of the day, get the win. But it's going to be a good game between two rookie quarterbacks. I'm looking forward to it. We're not going to be able to see that on TV. I wish we could, because I would flip back and forth just to see it, because I have Thielen.
Right.
I have him in all leagues, so I didn't expect him to have these monster games like this. Like, I expected, like maybe 8 or 10 catches, 60 yards, a touchdown here or there as a number 3, but yeah, he's blowing up.
I'm going Panthers.
You're going Panthers? Yeah, I think that's a great pick.
So you're going Panthers?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Browns defense, you think they're going to get some picks off Geno?
Man, they're on a different level this year. Schwartz got them playing great. This is going to be a tough game. Once again, Watson is not playing. It's going to be P.J. Walker. I don't know what the deal is with Watson. I didn't see what type of injury he got, but I don't think he's playing this
Oh, yeah. He played, like one drive or something?
Yeah, I don't even know what that was.
He threw a pick, right?
Yeah, and I guess he got hurt. Maybe he did need those parlors to rub to get what he needed to win. He hasn't been the same. And on the other side, we got the Seahawks. Geno, he's not looking like Geno of last year, but he's still making plays. DK gave me a scare last week. He got injured. He left injured. He's playing this week.
Metcalf?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Metcalf did get injured last week, but he's
I think
back.
Brent's playing against Metcalf.
Ooh. This year has been pretty much 10 to 15 points with him. Like I said, the Seahawks are still finding their way back. This is going to be a really tough game. Cleveland really makes it tough on any quarterback that's playing against them. Like that D-line, the linebackers, the safeties, everyone's doing their job. Schwartz is just tearing it up. I'm going to have to say Cleveland's going to get this win. Somehow, some way, it's going to be dirty, but they're going to get this.
I think Cleveland's defense, which sucks because I think I have to start Geno. I'll check the waiver wire. But.
And I got to play Kenneth Walker. Thank God
yeah.
he is back this week.
Mm-hmm.
There was a worry concern.
Did he play last week?
He did, but he was questionable this week, and I got a little worried because he is one of my starters. But he's actually the one that I put in place over Derrick Henry a couple weeks ago, and it paid off.
Yeah, he had a good game.
But yeah, he is back this week, so you can feel confident starting him. He is going to get his carries, just don't expect a blow up because he is playing Cleveland. Okay, so.
Yeah, their defense got me 30 points on the bench.
Yeah.
So
I wish I would have
I'm probably going to start him. I'm going Seahawks though.
Yep.
And you too.
I'm going Cleveland on that one.
Cleveland.
I think they're gonna find a way. 30. All right. For the next game, we got the Bengals and the 49ers.
Tony didn't know if you should start Purdy or not.
And I was trying to tell him, all right, so we got Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy.
Yeah, he has both of them. He doesn't know which one to start.
So Joe Burrow is still nursing back from injury, but he's playing. And it's still the same Joe Burrow. He's going to make his plays. But you're going up against one of the top defenses in the league. Okay? It's just like talking about Cleveland, except this team was the top defense before Cleveland started shining. Okay? The only injuries to the 49ers right now is Debo. Okay?
He's still out?
Yes, he's still out, but they got Ayuk and they got that other guy.
You mean Ayuk?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright.
I don't know how to pronounce that last name. It gets me every time. Christian McCaffrey, he is back. Yeah, I actually didn't start him last week. I was worried about his ribs. He still put up 20 points. So he is back. That is good to see for all the owners out there. Kittle is good to go as well. I know he showed a scare.
He still didn't have a touchdown, but
Yeah.
he had a good game for a tight end.
There was a scare on Brock Purdy being ready this week. He was on concussion protocol, but I believe he is ready to go. Those of you, and this was questioned to me yesterday, like Blurman asked earlier, which quarterback could have a better game. I believe the one that's going to have a better game will probably be Brock Purdy on this one. The Bengals defense is not the same caliber as the Niners. He's going to find the holes, and with Christian McCaffrey back, that's his throwing receiver as well. He's both a running back and a receiver. The Bengals, they got all their playmakers there. You know, you got Tyler Boyd, you got Jamar Chase, and Joe Mixon. They're all playing. It's just the offensive line hasn't been the same, and the defense, they're shaky.
Shaky.
I'm going to go with the 49ers on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Niners too. I think Purdy's going to have a good game. And seems he's healthy. Yeah, you bet on the Niners. Plus, I predicted them to win the Super Bowl.
And I was trying to give everyone a week off and a rest of me building up Brock Purdy. I'm just going to let y'all watch the magic happen.
Right.
All right, the next one, we got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos.
Ooh.
Woo!
We had to turn off that Chiefs game last week. Every time someone would score, just so a celebration of people in the crowd, and we were like, we had to turn the channel.
Yeah, we would always see Taylor Swift.
Oh, who's that?
Yeah.
Never.
If we could just touch base on that real quick. Okay, let's go back to a couple weeks ago. We only saw Taylor Swift and Britney in the box while, the Chiefs were playing. But there was a point later on in the game when you see Taylor Swift walking over to somebody, and then when the camera moves, you see Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
Oh, that was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I would want to see them first.
Nobody cared.
Exactly.
Like
why is the
I said that too.
Focusing on her?
There were several celebrities in there, and they were like, oh look, let's just focus on her.
Exactly. That kind of blows my mind. Like, are they trying to do something?
Well, they know what's trending and what's not, and it's all about making money.
Oh, for the love of God! And see, that's what I would be worried about as a head coach is the distraction. What the thing is though, is Travis Kelce is proving that he can be like a Gronk though. I mean, he can have his fun, but when it comes to the game, he's gonna ball out. I mean, that's the closest he can get to Gronk is Kelce. There's no doubt about it.
This Denver Let's Ride team isn't really producing.
Man, and I really had high expectations for the Broncos. Like, I could see the resurgence coming with Russell Wilson. I was a longtime fan ever since he was a rookie. Him and Derek Carr, actually, they were in the same draft class. I'm not sure if Patrick Mahomes was a part of that draft year, but he was near that time. Um, but yeah, I was really hoping to see Sean Payton, Russell Wilson having like a Drew Brees 2.0, and that would have made this matchup so great. I mean, you got Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson of old, great game, and it would just be like an offensive shootout. But it's kind of like I said last week. You don't know which Russell Wilson you're going to get this week. He's still going to get you the passing yards, at least 250 to 300. He's still doing that, okay? It's just his game decisions, okay? His end game decisions, he's still making mistakes that he should be making. And if you take a look, Sean Payton is letting him know. It's like, hey, this is not how we fucking play. um, but yeah, I just think this is too much firepower for the Broncos, both offensively and defensively. The defense hasn't shown up either. I mean, they got ran the fuck over by the Dolphins weeks ago. But yeah, I'm going to go with Kansas City on this one.
Yeah, and the only thing trending for the Broncos too is apparently there's a good offer for Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy.
Apparently a lot of people.
They have a good team. Like they do. The only thing that I would be a little worried about is the running game because Javonte Williams, he's good, but he's still getting back from his injury, so they're a little shaky there. But the overall offense is great. I mean, it's Jerry Jeudy and it's Cortland Sutton, and their rookie this year. Yeah.
So you say Kansas City, huh?
Kansas City.
Back to your Ravens.
Whoo! I think it's the Battle of the Birds, right? We're facing Arizona.
Yeah, Battle of the Birds. Yeah, I'm going.
Well,
Remember we picked the Lions over the Ravens last week?
Yeah, we did.
I mean, everybody did, and then the Ravens they were watching ESPN, and they're like, okay.
Well,
and then they go out and they just ball out.
Well, no, I picked the Ravens to win, but
that's right,
when we did the FanDuel,
right.
I definitely said, yeah, let's go with the Lions, because I definitely see that more, promising. We were wrong.
We were wrong on a lot.
We were wrong.
Yeah. Let's see if our picks pan out better.
Yeah.
But yeah, any updates for? Lamar had a good game.
He did. For this game, I'm obviously going to pick the Ravens again. Not just because they're my team, but because...
Well, after last week, I'm going to pick. That's why I already put my pick. It's the Ravens.
This isn't the same Cardinals team that we're used to seeing. Obviously, Kyler Murray is still not back. James Conner, I don't believe he's back yet either. They're just... I think they're going to tank this year.
Yeah, it says they didn't even activate Kyler Murray again.
So. Yeah, I think they're trying to get a good pick on this one. They're still going to be a little competitive, but the Ravens, at the end of the day, is just going to own this one. I don't think I really have to go over the talent of what we have going. It's just going to be a win.
Well, it said the Ravens are part of the trade rumor to get Derrick Henry.
I would love that. He would.
No, of course, you guys like getting the old fucks.
He fits us.
For what, a year?
No, I think we get like 2 or 3 years out of him.
Yeah, right.
We got Gus Edwards behind him too. Yeah.
Oh, so you're talking about split carries and stuff?
But he would be the go-to. He's a diesel. All right, next up we got Chicago
Prime time.
San Diego. Oh, they're not San Diego anymore. I'm sorry. LA Chargers. I missed the San Diego though. Well, the Bears still don't have Fields. Okay. This is just going to be a one-sided game. The Chargers, obviously, that's a high-powered offense.
And the Fields is still out?
Yeah, he's still out. You can check again, but yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure he's out.
Yeah, I believe he's going to be out for a while. This is going to be a Chargers game, all through and through. The Bears' defense, offense has struggled, and without Fields, I just don't see them making it out of this game. So if you have anybody on the Chargers that you need to play this week, put them in. They're going to have a good day.
Yeah, I think the Bears are going to have it. The only thing linked to them right now is they have trade rumors to get Chase Young.
Hmm. I mean, I would only make that deal if I'm the Commanders and I need picks or need to go young there. But I like Chase Young. That's not a guy that you let go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going Chargers. Okay, I want to leave this with the Monday game. Oh, the Lions are going to be so good.
The
Oh, yeah, we need to
Lions
see if Jimmy G started.
and the Raiders. That's our Monday game.
That's
Whew.
the Monday night game.
I was supposed
It
to
says
check on that.
Garoppolo is set to play.
All right, so he did pass his test on that. That does make it different. But I think the Lions might come back and get their rebuttal this week and get this win. I think they are the better team in this one. Montgomery, I'm not sure if he's suiting up. He's still questionable. He also had a thing with his ribs from a couple weeks ago. But they'll have Gibbs playing, and they're I'm on Street Brown. He's playing too. So the Raiders, they are a better team with Garoppolo back. Okay, but you just don't know which one's going to show up. Okay, so I'm gonna go through Lions on this one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go Lions too. I know there's trade rumors about Devontae also. I forget what team was looking
Oh,
at.
is there?
Yeah, but you know they're everywhere now.
Well,
who knows if any of these rumors?
Well, I do know that Devontae Adams is not happy with his situation in the Raiders. In fact, he was showing that last year.
It says right here, Sports Illustrated, Cowboys rumor trade for Devontae to join CD, says ex-GM.
I don't think they would have the cap room for that, though.
I know, right? He's probably worth a lot of money.
I mean, Devontae Adams, you're looking at, 18 plus million a year minimum.
And then it said Devontae Adams was reported saying that, yeah, he came here to play with Derek Carr.
Yeah, and
then they're like, all right, well, bye, Derek.
I remember when that went down, and he was not happy.
Oh, yeah, they're buddies.
So, yeah, I don't see him staying there much longer. But McDaniel's really got to figure out what he's doing with that team. I mean, Josh Jacobs last year was one of the top running backs in the league, and he still is. He's just not getting the ball in his hands. And with his receivers, I never understood the whole you trading away Derek Carr and bringing in, Garoppolo. And I'm not dissing Garoppolo. When he's healthy, he's a good quarterback. But I really didn't see the upgrade there. I felt like you got the same quarterback. I mean, except this one just gets hurt a little more than Derek Carr.
I don't know. Derek Carr was coming off injury too.
Yeah, but you really didn't upgrade. You kind of got the same quarterback. Yeah. McDaniel's just got to figure his shit out. But until he does, I think this is Lions game.
All right. Some good picks. So yeah, we'll do our parlay. We'll see how we do this week. We'll probably not bet on some of these. But
yeah, we only got 5 wins last week on FanDuel.
That's excellent.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll do better this week.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, and then we'll win all the money.
All the money.
All right, well, everybody have a good weekend, good Sunday.
Good luck on your fantasy teams. I hope y'all do well.
All right, like, comment, subscribe, or whatever. Blur Man, we out.